tonight's the night.
Welcome back into the kill room, and today on the kill table we have Dexter episode 9, Father Knows Best. And I love this fun little opening here as Dexter just enjoys a warm, beautiful shower. He's just like, he enjoys the private time to think, he enjoys it. And then boom, here comes Rita. She's like, oh, do you mind? And then the kids are going to come rushing in here in a minute. But the original air date for this bad boy was November 26, 2006. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Please subscribe. If not, you'll become another trophy in my bloodslide box. Okay? I think you know the rules. I think you know. I'm not threatening y'all. I hope you guys enjoy the show. This is another good episode. It's up there and probably my top, if not top 3, definitely top 5. It's a fun one. I love this here. The Cody kids are always interested in everything. So Cody sees a scar and immediately he's like, "Oh, where'd you get that ugly scar?" And he's like, "Sword fight. I wanted to look cool, you know." And it's fascinating that it gets called out here in this episode because we actually find out a little bit more about that later on. It's a good episode, guys. I really enjoy this one. Dexter is joined by Rita, and Deb and Rudy also tag along for a weekend getaway. So it's a fun little getaway episode as he learns that his biological father has passed away, whom he was told 30 years ago by Harry he was already dead. Everything was left in Dexter's name. So yeah, this is interesting. We'll find out more about that. But as we get into this, and Batista is trying to make his cheat feel okay. He said it was one cheat. He said, "You cheated, it was one cheat." And he said, "I felt so bad, told her the next day." This is about him and his relationship. So you get a little bit more backstory, what's going on there. Just a quick little, as they're, a little chit chat as they're driving along their day. And then Dokes, for some reason, wants him to stop here. And we're like, what is going on? So Dokes chases this guy. It looked like he had a shopping bag on him. Batista throws the car around here and comes after him. So this here's interesting because you're like, why is he chasing him and what's going down? And Batista just catches the tail end of it. So unfortunately, he doesn't know who or why, just what happened, what went down, and why. He only heard as he went around the corner here. So had a fun little opening sequence, and then we get right back into the action with this. And boom, there went a gunshot, and then there went another one. There were 2 clearly distinct different gunshots too. So, if you listen closely, you heard it. And then Dokes is just chilling there like he's done it before, like he's just like, it's all good. He said it's all good. So yeah, and so then we get this not Joe, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. And we get this Dokes shooting here right out the gate. And of course, they got to call it in. What else you gonna do? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Just saying. So everybody's doing their job, investigating, doing their thing. Dexter's checking out the blood spatter pattern, obviously knowing what happened when we went down here, and calls Dokes out on what happens because he tries to clearly lie here. So he's wanting to know what went down. Like, let's go over it again. So obviously they talked about it. He said he saw the gun in suspect's waistband. He went to go question him and he took off. That's all we get. Well, he said, I saw him run, and Dokes is in pursuit. Here it goes right here. This is where he said he took a shot at me. I took cover and returned fire from that corner, and boom, Dexter says, not from there. I love this because Dexter's good at his job. He's like, no, he calls him out right here. If he shot him from right there, then blood spatter go in that direction. But look at the pattern. You questioning me? You questioning me? He says, because I got a lot of questions. I love how he turns it around. The man's a creep job. He's just like, this guy's the one we should be investigating. Something which comes back and will haunt Dexter down the road with LaGuardia saying Dokes always said something was off about him back in season 7. So I didn't invent physics, Dexter says, but I just love how it all ties together. There's like Harry said last time, and the perfect title for this episode, Father Knows Best. But last episode, whenever he said there's consequences to everything you do, and Dexter should have been a little bit more careful down the road, a lot more careful with certain people, and especially in New Blood. I'm just saying, but it is what it is, and certain things led to him being caught and getting caught. And right here, Deb and Deb's trying. I'm getting a little tongue tied here. They get a little her and Rudy getting closer. As we saw last episode, it was just a love making episode. And so now that they're like together and out in the open, he wants to talk. He wants them to meet together. He wants Rita. They want to force them. Not in that way. I mean a double date. That's what I meant to say. The perverts who think I didn't mean that. Anyway, back to the show. Oh yeah, here's the letter right here that he gets about his father. Dexter, I am your father. Blood never lies. He says Doug's version doesn't add up. Blood never lies. I said, can I sit on that until I talk to Dogs? He says, it's yours to sit on, stand on, do what you want. He's just like, here, do your thing, bro. It's a federal offense to read somebody else's mouth. Regret to inform you the death of your father. This is it. Joe Driscoll is the man's name. Joseph Driscoll. This is an interesting storyline. This is another reason why I like it, because you learn a little bit more about Dex. Dex learns a little bit more because he didn't know. Because Harry told them that they died before he even lived with them. So and then Dexter thinks it's bull because he's like, Harry would never lie. Although he kept some things from him, and he'll find out about them later. I inherited a house, he says. I know the truth, because Harry always told me the truth. He was teaching me principles of the code. He knew what I would become without it. So Joseph Driscoll is mistaken. I didn't see where he's come. Here. I love these flashbacks. Here he is letting Dexter know that they got the official birth certificate. The adoption went through and it's official. Officially Morgan. And he questions it. He's like, I thought I wasn't Morgan. He's like, well, you have been. I'm just saying, like, legally, technically. And he's so proud of it. He said it took a long time and a lot of hurdles, so obviously he's very proud of it. And then Deb questions, how come he never told us about what happened to his real parents? And he said that they died. And she asked how, and he goes, I don't know how. And he said, let's not talk about it. So he doesn't really talk to him about it. So he just tells him it's a tragic accident. That's as far as he goes with it, which is understandable, but truth always comes out, it seems. So here he is talking to Rita in the scene here about who Joe is, how he looked him up, and how he doesn't really have much of a background. And he's on a bowling team, which is an interesting foreshadow towards season 2 when Dexter joins a bowling team. So that's interesting. And then that's also what's eventually going to lead him to being caught by his own son down the road in New Blood. If you know what I'm talking about. Dexter's so numb. Rita's just like so confused how he's just like, but then she takes his numbness as like not being affected by it, because she's like, you don't seem affected by it, but he's taking that not being affected by it as a sign of being affected by it. She's like, you shut down. You seem to shut down. And now she's offering to go out, which is good, to go with him to help, because he doesn't really know what he's getting himself into, because technically everything there he's got to pack up and move around and all that stuff. So that part's interesting. Then, of course, you get this little creeper stalker shot. You know, he was checking, like, he was like, dang, I want to cut that body up. You know, that's what Rudy was thinking. I mean, we all know who he really is. We all know who he really is. I mean, grabbing the scissors like he wants to do something. And then she wakes up, and he's like, what? I was doing nothing. Sex like that takes a lot out of you. No joke, that's what he really said. I mean, not the little goofy laugh stuff I said, but she was all like, I'm tired. He said, sex like that will take a lot out of you. And he's so interested in seeing Dexter. So interested. And then he got a line he says later when he first meets him that contradicts him, Brian Moser, even needing to take part in Original Bore. There was no need for him. It was just nostalgia to be like, let's recreate the feels of season 1 with the Ice Truck Killer, but he's not the Ice Truck Killer yet. What was that about anyway? I don't get it. He says, yeah, it must open up some old wounds. He's a little bummed out. But he kind of throws the idea in her head, like maybe he needs some help. You know, even though he can't ask for it, maybe you should offer it. You know, you're a sister type thing. So it's like without saying it, he said it and put it in his head. So now she's like, okay, maybe we'll go out later. We'll go out later and check it out. Because she even just said, like, he doesn't need my help. And he just said, well, what if he doesn't just know how to ask for it? Sometimes it's hard to ask for help. I've been there. We've all been there. Oh, boy. Here's this guy. Paul coming back. He can't take the fact that she's going to stay, the kids stay with the babysitter. She can go help Dexter. And he can't handle it. He got a phone call, so he came in, and I was about to throw a little fit there. And it's like, I don't think that's going to trigger some things for a little PTSD, like some past things that you've said and done. And he's like, I really don't cash for the tickets. Well, too bad, buddy. I'm sorry. She says, death in the family trumps your circuit. Oh, yeah, Dexter came in at the right time because he said, Dexter's not your family. I am. He come in. Hey, Paul. Better hit the road. I think that was directed towards both of them. Never thought of that before. Better hit the road. Yeah, get out of there, boy. You don't know who you're messing with. That boy will cut you up and throw you in some plastic bags and put you in the river. Ocean, I should say. And you'll never be seen again. Until season 2. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Bum, 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 bum. I wish you could hear the music. Dun, 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 dun. Stupid copyright. Stupid copyright. I think Dexter just threw original Bourne Resurrection in the trash. This sweet old lady. You my new neighbors. Oh. She's so sweet. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Unless you know how to clean gutters, she says. We're not gonna be here very long, lady. She's like, huh? She's like, huh? Look at her there. Huh? What the? That's what she should have said. What the? And then it cuts to the next scene where she's like, damn, bitch. And then it cuts to the next scene. See, Granny, get down with it. Bachelor lived here, that's for sure, she says. Or should I say, a bachelor lived here, that's for sure. I can't do it. Another thing here you pay attention to, I never noticed before until just my recent watch. Behind Dexter there on the wall, their key wall, where the keys go. That there is a chainsaw. That is a chainsaw key holder wall. Yeah. That makes me wonder, did he actually have that? Or because we know that Mr. Cooper did something to get Dexter's attention? Do you think that maybe while he was there, he might have just decided to switch it out? Makes you wonder. And here goes Batista calling him out. But this is a good thing, man. I mean, Batista's like the heart of the show. But he's like, bro, I heard what I heard. He's like, I heard your gun go off, then his. So what is going on here? He came around the corner first. Saying I'm alive. Saying you're not remembering, right? It's a little beef between them in this episode. He just wants to know why a man is dead. Ooh. A lot of hostility. A lot of hostility here. Ooh. I mean, let him have it, Batista. Let him have it. Tell him what's up. Tell them how you feel. How you really feel. Well, here they are, doing their thing, cleaning up. So, like I said, Joe Driscoll, we're going to learn a little bit more about him and Dexter's past in this, about his real biological father. Dexter says seems that there's not very many pictures in the house, he says. Oh boy. Somebody's at the door. Ding dong. Who is that? Who could that be? It's Rudy Cooper. Dexter. So she shows up to surprise him. Can't ask for help, but it's my duty. Now listen to this line from Rudy Cooper. Now you can't hear it, but if you're watching along and you got it timed, then you got this scene. When he hugs him, he says, "I waited a long time to meet you." Right here. And hugs him too. I waited a long time. And obviously, that could mean really anything, But I really feel like he has not seen him since the incident, since their mom died. I don't when they were in that shipping container, I highly doubt they saw each other ever again. But in Original Sin, they made it seem like he was stalking him most of his life. And he's seen him before, ran into him before, all that stuff. And so he's already met him and seen him before. So the way he said that is like as if he's been waiting to finally see him and hasn't before, but he did. But I can't even tie or connect them together. So it is what it is. Like I said, you can watch Original Bore or what are my thoughts on it, like a 25-minute video on my channel. Check it out. It's one of my early ones. That's how I feel. But they decided that they're going to stay the night there as they clean and chill and pack everything up together, basically. So we get into the next day, and Dexter's... How did a death turn into a couple's weekend, he says. But it's funny because he's excited because he's like, I'm the only one that gets up early and get up to normal people. He says, earlier normal people, and there's Rudy right there making himself some coffee. Folgers in your cup. He says, you want company? No, this is where he goes to actually see the body and get kind of the confirmation that it is what it is. Well, he also wants DNA proof, so he's gonna do his work. He's gonna bust out one of them bad boys right there. Says he gave Joe a yearly checkup himself, and he had no signs of heart attack or any things of heart disease or anything like that. So death is the great unifier, he says, and ain't that the truth? Because I'll tell you what, there's time, man. The last couple funerals I've been to, it's like the only time I see family that I haven't seen in a while, and then both times they're like, oh yeah, I miss you, and we should do more and hang out more and touch base and visit more and stuff, and then it just never happens, man, and you end up being the one reaching out and they never reach back, and I'm just, oh man, I'm getting so sick of funerals being family reunions, becoming family reunions. It's just ridiculous. But here Dexter is checking out the body. I didn't mean to get a little personal there, guys, my bad. But here he is checking things out. He sees the gang tattoo, or the prison tattoo. For facts, he's an ex-convict. He said that's a prison tattoo. 3 or 4 decades old. And then Joey said, he's no ex-con, man. See, that could have been Dexter in New Blood when he moved to Iron Lake and not have effed up. And just stayed a normal person. Could have just grew old and just died. And he's trying to figure out what's going on. He's like, oh yeah, I work for Forensics Miami, so give me some more details. I can handle it. Just telling him some details that are common with heart attack. But then Dexter's like, but it also has something to do with like diabetic or whatever. I may be a small town doctor, but I know a heart attack when I see one. Like, yeah, well, maybe it was a heart attack. But what caused it? ever seen the rain? I love this shot. Dexter remembers. Want to know if you could hear the song. If you ever feel the rain. Yeah, you all know that song. I had to sing it for YouTube copyright purposes. It is what it is. You're right. You're right, Dr. Pittman. Yeah. It's really hard. That's what she said. I wonder if I take a minute alone with Dad. You gotta love it. You gotta love the rain. All that I know is that I really love Dexter. That's why I'm doing a podcast. Because I'm doing a podcast because I love Dexter. I love rewatching the series. It's so much fun. And I've been wanting to do something like this, so at least I can watch it and it's said and done. And then you know what? Maybe the next go around I might watch my own Podcut along with the episode. Why not? And I can just sit back and relax and be all in the can. Get it in the can and be done. But here it goes. He says, I thought you was on vacation. He said, no, I need some DNA done. So he took some DNA from him. He's going to take some DNA from him, send it in, and we'll find out the results in a little bit. He says he's going to be a bachelor for a very long time if he thinks this is the idea of a romantic weekend getaway. I love Masuka. Such a fun character. And he plays him so well. Oh, yeah. So here's where we get the flashback of why we got the scar. So he was trying to climb a fence, I believe. And he tried to climb the fence, get Debra's ball. A dog chased after him. Tried to climb the fence. He didn't make it, and he slipped and fell and hit across like an iron rod or something like that, and just sliced him right on up. And because his blood type is so rare, they don't have enough. They don't have enough for it to save him, and no, they don't know anybody with his blood type. But Harry does, because he knows who his real father is. So he's going to reach out to his real father, get the blood type. And that's how he gets saved. But you find that later in another flashback. I got a little excited. I got a little ahead of myself. Sorry. So here's the interrogation of him telling him exactly what happened about what we saw earlier in the... I mean, we already witnessed this. You know, it almost feels like filler. But you also got to get Batista's reaction, how he feels about it, and trying to tell him the truth. But I don't think he tells him the truth here. It's later on whenever he's trying to talk him. He said, "Did you know that he worked as a janitor?" How the would I know that? It's a solid. That's a solid reaction. It's a for real reaction. I mean, why would he know that? So I got a lot more this time. Are you sure you heard it go off before? Joe bought this house outright in 1996. 1996. No childhood photos, no record, no nothing. The guy was 60. I think his life started when he was 30. Maybe he butchered his entire family, he says. Ironic coming from Mr. Cooper here. Mr. Cooper. What do you think, Dex? I think Joe spent some time in prison. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to just be like repeating, especially if you're watching it with the episode. And then just like, shut the f up. Like Scary Movie 2. Have you ever seen that? Whenever Sydney's singing along in the radio, and then all of a sudden, like, she's like, as we go on, we remember all the good times we had together. And she's like, would you shut the f up and let me sing? Oh, snap. Look at him busting out a classic vinyl on record right here. I think this is what? Free Ride? Slow right. Take it easy. Slow ride now. Take it easy now. I'll probably even get copyright strike for that if you heard anything. That's how sensitive they are. I do love this. It's pretty cute. They're all rocking out. It's a great montage here. And notice Dexter and Rudy, or should I say Brian Moser. Look at the way that these two pack. Dexter packing, throwing stuff in trash bags like he does his body parts. And then the way that he uses duct tape. Look at that. And then watch Mr. Cooper here, a.k.a. Brian Moser. He's in the background stringing things up with rim ties, like he left Dexter with the little ribbons. So he was tying things up nice and neat while Dexter's packing things in the bag. How cool is that? Such a callback to the way that they dispose of their bodies. How neat is that? Interesting, right? So cool. Oh my gosh, here comes drunk Paul. Here comes drunk Paul. My goodness. He's like, oh, you having fun? Because I'm not. I'm in a hotel without my kids, all drunk. Bro. This guy's wild. This guy is cray-cray. If you want to work towards building more visitation days, you need to work on this kind of behavior right here. Yeah, you should just hang up the phone and go night-night. Yeah, she says politely hang up. Yep. Don't say shh. Don't say shh. You have a great weekend. I love how this is like 2006, so this has got the old school phone still in the hotel. Hello. Ooh, hiding out. He wants so close to just be brothers, be close together because they're both the same serial killer, except for Brian's been killing innocent people, and Dexter's got a code, so they're alike, they're similar, kind of same but different. It's like a circle, go round and round. He's like, do you really think that Joe could be your dad? Nice acting chops there, Rudy Cooper. We all know you're faking it. He said, I thought there was a problem. See, Harry found AB negative, hard to come by, and they were short of supply. And Harry found somebody. He said he knew somebody. Everything's gonna be fine. Be good as new. He says, I will. He says, would I lie to you? I don't know. We always say that. Why we wouldn't lie to you, but then we do, don't we? Oh, here it is in the car. Because this is what really went down. This is what really happened. Let me tell you. This is a sad moment if you're watching along. Doesn't know why the man's dead, but he knows he's not right. Because he knows right from wrong. He's a very down-to-earth guy. He's like, hold up, man. Quit talking. I got to switch tapes, and I don't want none of this off air, bro. Okay? Okay, I hit record. All right, chill. Let it. Okay, go ahead. I think he was getting ready to say something pretty deep and important, but then I think he just cuts to the chase. He's like, here's my report. Here's my statement. And drop the bombshell in 3, 2, 1. The blood spatter doesn't match Doak's report. Also, I heard Dokes' gun go off first. Ooh. So Dokes fired first. Yeah. Dokes fired first. Boom. Got what he needed. Stop. I'm out. Peace. He was like, bye, buddy. Oh, Dexter's phone's going off. Dexter's doing trash run right now, and the station's calling. This is Morgan here. He says, wait, did I just call the hot Morgan by mistake? I love it. My subconscious has been exposed. You got the results. No, the DNA test. Goofy. She says, what DNA test? I'm getting ready to find out what DNA test. And the only reason Deb gets upset here is truly acceptable and understandable, reasonable, because I've seen some people get like, why does she get upset over a DNA test? It's just because she just thinks she's questioning Harry. You trusted Dad your entire life. Why question him now? She says. DNA. Dad told us your biological father was dead, I remember. No, it was a positive. It was a match. Ooh. Joe Driscoll was your bio dad. Joe Driscoll was your bio dad. All the things in life are free. And the thing me. I know my now. I don't even know what it is. And I go off and land on random tangents. I got OCD, ADHD. I got all that junk. My bad. Said Dad must have a damn good reason. I'm not gonna let some guy you barely knew draw him into question. So I got a talk screen too. Oh man. She's kind of all over the place, ain't she? Ooh, and cuts to him too. He said the only thing in his system was he's sober, so the only thing he had in him was a sedative. Wouldn't be the first time an addict fell off the wagon again. Ooh, burn. Such a burn. Can you believe that? Hit him with it. Diabetic insulin can cause cardiac arrest. Ooh. Let's go check his body to see if there's an insertion of like a needle insertion, a wheel mark. A wheel mark can come into play later. Says you can start questioning me now. He says, you, why would I? Joe Driscoll's bad news, obviously, which is why Dad didn't want you to know anything about it. Doesn't that matter to you? It makes sense. Makes sense. Sure does. I get it. He says, I don't know what you want from me. He's just lost, bro. She's just like, come on. She's like, let's pack up and walk away. Yeah, let's do it. Says, sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Ding, 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 ding. Bing, bing, bing. Goes over there to talk to her. Takes advantage of this opportunity. Howdy, neighbor. Let me get that for you. Cable guy. The cable guy. I just want to be your friend. No big deal. Cable guy, anybody? No? Yes, no, maybe so. 99, 100. All right. I had somebody subscribe to me today. I got an extra subscriber, and then they unsubscribed. Whatever that was for. I mean, come on now. If you're going to subscribe. If you're not, then don't even worry about it. So, LaGuerta here did a little digging. She did a little research herself, and she found out about who this guy really is and where he came from. Found out that there was some bad, dirty stuff that went on, and that he was a part of it. And she goes, have you heard, I'm sure you heard the horror stories about what went on over there. And so she says, if that's who he is and he done the horrible things he did, he deserved a lot worse. That's what she's about to say. And how do I know that? Because I've seen Dexter 12 times before I started this Podcut. And then guess what happened? I watched it again for the 13th time right before the Podcut so I can get everything down, take the notes, and do what I got to do so it's fresh in my mind. And then I sit down and I watch it again for the 14th time. So by the time this series is done, 14 times. I don't know. It is what it is, but I love me some Dexter, bro. This is such a guilty pleasure escape, bro. Woo! Live vicariously through Dexter, you know? Because sometimes you just want to pick up a knife, and then sometimes you just want to grab a man, and you want to stab him, and you stab. It is what it is. Here Dexter goes, sneaking on out, doing it the Dexter way, the only way he know how, by sneaking out, yeah, he's sneaking out. What? Sneaking out, yeah, he's sneaking out, what, he's sneaking out, what. Sorry, guys, this ain't a beatbox channel. I'm so sorry. I get a little weird and annoying sometimes. Like I said, as I witnessed earlier, it's my ADHD, OCD, and I'm just a little wound up, and a little crazy sometimes. Woo! The moment I wake up, and I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you, forever and ever, and then it's done, and I will always love you. Goes in there just to find that he's gone. Where'd the body go? I'm so sorry, but that body already been cremated, already been burned up. He's ashes already now. I'm so sorry, Dex. You ain't gonna find no wheel mark on him now. It's gone. Yep, he's just reduced to a little box now. That's life. That's life. Oh shoot, Dexter, run. Run, Dexter, run. Run, Dexter, run. Run for your life. Run, Dexter, run. Run for your life. He's lucky there wasn't no like freaking bodybuilder security guard in that night, man, bro. That guy, they hired somebody that they know never get no break-ins. That was their first break-in. He said, dang. He broke a sweat that night. He said, dang, man. Woo, I earned my paycheck tonight. No offense or nothing, but it is what it is, you know. Here it is. Here's Mr. Rudy. I mean, a.k.a. Brian Mauser. Well, what am I saying? Come on, man. Biney. He's Biney. He said, figured I'd need a ride. I figured I'd take you out of it, but no such luck, huh? The devil be delighted. As far as I know, you went out for a walk. He's trying to bond with him here. So I like this because it's kind of a Brian and Dexter bonding moment. because Rudy, I keep saying Rudy because I'm so used to him being Rudy for a hot minute. And Brian, so he's just really trying to bond. And Dexter doesn't realize that's what he's doing because he just thinks it's Deb's boyfriend. But no, he's trying to bond. They're brothers, bro. He's trying to get to know this man a little more. He wants to hang out and be friends. What's so wrong with that? Just what are you going to do with him? Realizing that he's got his ashes. He said the dumpster. Brian says, I have a better idea. Because I guess technically this would make it Brian's dad too? Or does he have a different dad and just say mom? I don't really exactly remember. Any fans out there that maybe are more knowledgeable as far as like being able to just like pinpoint something? Because I'm not the best with memory. Or when it comes to like history, pinpoints in life, I remember like something might happen, but I can't tell you when and where or how sometimes, but I can just tell you the details. It is what it is, but I don't remember. So please do not come at me. All right, I'm just asking a simple question for anybody who wants to just let me know down below. I appreciate it. You gigolo. I didn't know anything else that rhymed from Induce Bigelow, Male Gigolo came to mind, and we're watching Dexter. Oh, snap. He's like, I'm going to grab my dad's ashes and I'm just going to spread them on the bowling alley. Bowling alley lawn, because if he's a bowler, it makes sense. I mean, what else do you do with him? I mean, Harry was, that's his bio father, but he never knew him. Harry was his father. You know, to Dexter, that was his father, Harry. Joe's like, why would he lie to me about this? Excuse me. Getting ready to go down. 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 What's it? What's it? This does turn into a freaking DJ mix instead of a Dexter. That's when everybody tunes off. Dang it, Ryan. That's why everybody will be leaving. Nobody finds it entertaining when you get off topic. Just stick to the topic. Stick to Dex. Stick to Dexter. Stick to the blood. The blood. I hope everybody has been enjoying these episodes. Been enjoying tagging along with it. If you do watch along, let me know. If you're just watching, be a part of it, listening. If you're just listening, let me know. I just want it to be fun and entertaining for everybody. I just can't believe we're 9 episodes deep now, 9 in. And we got 3 left of season 1. Like I said, we're going to be covering every season except for Original Bore. But we're going to get into Dexter season 2 before you know it, before here shortly, which is definitely one of my favorites. I'm looking forward to doing 2 and 4 back-to-back rewatch. It's going to be so much fun. But hope you guys tune in for those and enjoy it and all that fun stuff. And again, share it along with people. So he comes home and Rita's like, oh, I found a box of stuff if you want to see something to do with it. And he just opened up a thank you card. And now we're flashback into when Dexter made that thank you card. So now that really just like, that was really his, not only did the DNA results come back positive, but him seeing that he got this, it was definitely the guy he knows. This part's kind of sad because he's like making a thank you card for the guy who gave him the blood. And he's like, it's normal to give thank you cards, right? And stuff. And then Harry kind of shuts it down, kind of like, he's gone now, buddy. It's normal, and it's a good thing you're doing, but he's not around no more. Like, he's gone. We won't be seeing him no more. And so he's like, I'm sorry. He just shuts it down. Dexter says it doesn't mean anything and throws it in the trash. And then I like that Harry turns around immediately. He goes, yes, it does. Grabs it out and he goes, you finish it. I'll make sure he gets to him. I love that. It goes to show you that Harry's a good man, but he, like he said, you know, we've heard him say before, he's like, he just didn't know what else to do with him because he was different.
He saw it from the beginning. He knew. So, I mean, what else do? You let him become that on his own and feed his urges and accidentally kill the wrong person and end up in prison? Or does he guide it? I mean, it's tough. I really love, like, Dexter turned out to be a really good show. I mean, great idea. Could have easily have missed the bullseye by a long shot. Easily, they could have messed it up, but I think it nailed the mark on everything. And the case got dropped between those two. So apparently somebody big, somebody in the game, somebody well known was able to drop the case with Dokes and stuff. And Batista's only upset because now it's gonna make him look like a snitch because he, he's kind of because he ratted him out. So he's worried. He's like, "Dang it, man! I ratted him out for nothing." Did what you thought was right, which is what Batista always does until Resurrection, because people don't know how to write good characters sometimes. He's got shoulder bumped. He said, "Squeak, squeak." And Dokes comes in to save the day. Here he comes to save the day. I believe you owe Detective Batista an apology. Love that. He's like, "You may have ratted me out, but once you know I got your back, like that's what that was there for." I like that. He's just like, "I'm so confused. What is going on right now?" So they pretty much wrapped everything up for the day. The day and the night, everything is done, and they put the house up for sale. Now they're gonna call it quits and bounce. He says, "I know I should be sorry that we met under these circumstances, but truthfully, I think it was the best way to get to know you." And he's not sorry. He's the one that did it. He's not sorry. We don't know. It's never said. I can't remember if whenever they give her, he might say later, but I mean, obviously it's got to be. I mean, how else do you explain what happened the way it did? And he's so jealous because they have a brother-sister bond, a family bond, a relationship that those two will never have because they've been absent each other's whole lives. Like 30 years, they haven't seen each other in a long time. So they're never going to have that, regardless of what he wants, man. And because they have different moral values, different sets of codes and stuff. And I love this too, dude. He sees her, spots her, bro. He's out. She says, "Cable repair, man? Wait. What's that? Not only is Rudy Cooper the ice truck killer, but he was also the cable repair man?" I mean, that right there just pinpoints and indicates exactly what happened, regardless of how you felt or knew about it, the situation. He killed Joe Driscoll. And he was the cable repairman to kind of look normal, that way nobody thought anything else because he was visiting other houses, not just the one. "Yoo-hoo," she says as he's driving off. She said, "Did they say the cable repairman say something about my TV? My TV antenna?" And this really dates back. With cable, antenna, all that stuff. Like, that's hilarious. And then Dexter just drives off, and she's like, "Yo, bro, I was trying to give you a clue of who the F that man was, but whatever, you just sat there and was an idiot." And just drove off like, vroom. She's like, "I'm trying to tell you something." Just left her in the dust, bro. Just bounced. Said, "I'm done." Oh, snap. What's going to happen here? Knock at the door. Who is it? Knock, knock, knocking, not on heaven's door. Oh, shit. That scared me. That noise of him just busting into... Look at this drunk fool. You don't call the shots. Look at him coming over. Dude, she can... I don't give a F what you want. I want my effing kids. Hey, I get you want to be a dad and see your kids, but bro, dude, not this way. Not this way. And then She seduces. She makes such a stupid decision here. So I feel like it's such a wrong way to go about it. She should not have seduced him in this manner. She's like, "Come here, follow me." Takes him into the bedroom. Come on, bro, really? And then he messed it all up by roughing her up and throwing her on the bed and be like, "You want a rough? You want a rough, you whore?" Like, what the hell, man?
He got a little dark there, you know what I'm saying?
Thankfully, she keeps a baseball bat nearby, and while he was busy trying to get his shirt off, she was like, "What the?" She said, "Take that." She just Negan Lucille that mofo in the head. She said, "Take that." Good dude. She was down. Yeah, get the kiddos and run. You're out. Just leave them in your house. And Dexter's like, "Man, I'm popping on this vinyl because that's how I roll." I know. So busting out to, is this Freebird? No, it's not Freebird. Says, "I want to know, have you ever seen the rain?" He had a father. Someone other than Harry. They call him a son, and the thought had never occurred to him. Harry was all he needed. Did you guys know that? And look at this slick little son of a gun right here going in through the door right here, being the cable guy. Cable guy. That's what he says. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much the end of the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode as well. And please don't forget to subscribe and share and comment below and do the likings and all the YouTube stuff, guys. Otherwise, you will become a bloodslide in my trophy box here. You guys know the drill. But you never truly can. No one, anyone. I effed that all up, didn't I, man? No. Retake, take two. You truly can't know anyone, can you?